Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Skorpion G. It's a Tier 8 German premium turreted tank destroyer. It's located on the south spawn of mines and it's under the command of Town Terrier of FILO. Now, Town Terrier is actually a streamer, so you'll probably find him on Twitch TV every now and then. Now the Skorpion 128mm gun, which is actually a Canonan, so it's an Arty gun, and it's mounted on a Panther hull, so it's basically got no armour, none to speak of, but it's actually a very good gun, very stable platform. Oh, he had a good chance there at the object 430, but he didn't fire because he might have hit the Emil, and well, I don't think the Emil would appreciate having a shell hit the back of his turret, even though it won't do any damage anymore. So, nice thing for him to hold off on shooting. Now, as with most tank destroyers, he's sitting at the back of the map and waiting for targets of opportunity to come into view. And it's a game of patience, really. It's a bit like playing Arty, although Arty players tend to be very active throughout the battle. Tank destroyer players, they have to sit there and watch as other people are scoring hits on the enemy, and all they can do is sit and wait for their moment. Oh, he might have a chance firing through that gap there. Yes! Hit the track of the 252U, which is a defender by another name. Oh, okay, now is that 252U gonna... Well, he didn't see us, and that one hit the rock instead of the 252, and our players pulled back. He's gonna have another go though. Long reload. Just under 11 seconds, but it seems like an eternity sometimes. And in fact, actually a lot of tank players know that it's 11 seconds, so they will take the opportunity to get one or even two shots in on a Skorpion whilst he's waiting to reload. So don't go toe to toe with somebody if they know your reload time. Well, so far, all he's got is some assist because he tracked that 252U, but no actual damage on the enemy other than tracking him. Ah, he's come back to the gap. Okay, can he get a shot in? No, again, it hit the rocks. It's a very narrow gap, that one. Difficult aim. With 4 tanks down on the enemy at the moment, they're having a good day, we're not. But that could turn around, we don't know. Our guys seem to have good positions on the island, on the West Island. Used to be the Lighthouse Island, but they've actually changed it. Now there's a tower up there. Looks like the enemy are trying to poke through that gap on the top of the hill. Object 430 coming up to the gap to try and shoot it down on our guys as they're trying to defend the east side. Oh, he might get a shot. T-71 comes into view and dies. So that's his first kill and his first actual damage on the enemy. Only 193 hit points, but it is a kill. And it looks to me like that 252U has gone into that gap. Well, we're only 3 tanks down on the enemy now, and oh, if that Object 430U keeps doing that, they won't be 3 tanks up for very long. He managed to get away with that there. I think he burned his repair kit to get out though. If he does that again, town could squeeze some more hit points out of him. Ah, might have a shot over on that T28. Here he comes. Yes, this time round it connected with the turret. Or in fact, actually, it might be the side of the vehicle he hit. And he just got taken out by our Skorpion. And there is an SU-130PM. And he took around for 553, which left him on, well, basically a one-shot. Object 252U coming down. Didn't get the connect there. But I think that 252U is still there. So poke out. That's it. There he is. Just the rear end. Thank you very much. And that was a fire as well. Premium fire extinguisher went off. Now, time for the kill shot. Bye-bye. I think that T28 is trying to pull forward, and he's just in front of a wreck, or just behind a wreck. Lovely one, right into the engine bay, takes him out. And we've got a T10 there as well. Oh, but he dies before we can do anything about it. And the tier 7 Skorpions come down. No shot. And he dies very quickly. Taken out by the Wizzy 131. So, from being, was it 4 tanks down or 5 tanks down? Now we're actually, I think it was 4 tanks down. Now we're only 1 tank down. Well, that was a speculative shot, but we weren't seen. He's right on the edge of that bush. He needs to be careful he doesn't pull forward too much more, because he might expose a reference point and be seen. There is a reference point on the front of the vehicle. He just pull forward a bit more as well. Needs to look at that. What you can do is hold down your right hand mouse button, pull out and have a look and see, does the vehicle actually expose the reference point? Yeah, he's doing that now. Yeah, it is close to being exposed. Sort of half in, half out. I think enough of it's covered that even if the enemy was looking through the bush at the edge of the hill, he probably won't see him. Well, he will see him now. He's making a quick dash, and I think he's going to go for the bottom of that hill, because all our guys on the east side have been taken out. Now, if the SU-130PM is up on the hill, he might proxy spot him when he gets to the edge. No, he didn't. So, is he going to go up into the hill? There he is. Just round the corner. He goes to sniper view. Oh, gets the kill. He was a one-shot, but he took around for 526 hit points and was hammer racked. He needs to fix that. He's done it. I would have been tempted to actually stay in standard third-person mode and lock on when I came round the corner and just blast him straight in the front. Oh, FB207's been spotted. I think he just fired and the Wizzy just saw him. Auto aim. Thank you. Another kill. That's 5 kills. One more kill and he's got himself a Top Gun. It's still possible for him to get a Radley's. He's only got 1 round of standard AP left, so after that shot he will go over onto the APCR, but some of the enemies he's coming up against he could actually use HE. And of course the HE rounds on this tank will actually do 630 alpha. So he might be able to take them out with one shot. Progetto's not round the corner, so he must be somewhere else. I reckon he's going to be on that plateau. It's obvious, isn't it? He has to be on the plateau. Just trying to squeeze up. Does Sixth Sense go? Oh, he's found one of the Artys. He's over to the left. There he is. Progetto time. Pascucci's time. He's trying to dial in. Oh! The kill goes to our Arty. The Super Hellcat's been seen. Oh, there's the Progetto! And he fires one into us and another and gets the return shot. That's a Top Gun. So there's only one enemy left. It's the Super Hellcat. We've only got 14% of our health left. That Super Hellcat can take us out with one shot. But it looks like he's AFK. Because he didn't come out when the Progetto spotted us. There he is. Ends the game. Nice one. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it's the first class tanker for Town Terrier in the Rheinmetall Skorpion G. He managed to get a Reaper badge for getting consecutive shots with consecutive kills with one shot each. A 5 for effect for doing more damage than hit points for his own vehicle. A duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him. And a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In this one he got 7. Out of the Battle Hero medals, he managed to get a Top Gun. He killed at least 6 enemy tanks. In fact, he ended up with 7. If he killed that Arty, he would have had a Radley Waters and a Pascucci's medal to add to his total. His win rate was 5,024, which is a Super Unicum level. So let's have a look at the team score. Well, we can see that the highest damage was actually done by the Arty on his team. He managed to get a Gauze medal, High Caliber and Confederate for 3,553 hit points of damage. And Town Terrier only got 3,059. So even if he killed the Su-14-1 to claim his Radleys and the Pascucci's, he still wouldn't have had enough to actually get the High Caliber off this Lorraine. So he still would have had his 3 medals, but Town Terrier would have had at least 2 more medals, so they both would have had 3. When it came to kills, it was Town with 7 kills. The next high scorer was that Progetto with 3 and the Su-14-1 on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, it was definitely Town with 1,217, 1,146 for the Lorraine, and 1,035 for the IS-3, and these were the only 3 players who managed to get more than 1,000 base. He fired 16 rounds, got 13 direct hits and 10 penetrations. I think the ones that he didn't hit on were the ones that hit the rocks, so he was trying to shoot at that 252U behind the centre rock. 3,059 hit points of damage, of which 2,309 were at more than 300 meters. A lot of his shots at long range. 3 hits received as well, 1 from the Su-130PM at close range, 2 from the Progetto also at fairly close range, and all 3 went through. The armour on the Panther hull is absolutely negligible. 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 9 enemy vehicles damaged, and 7 killed, and 546 hit points of spotting assist. On a premium count, he earned 90,783 credits, got 95,392 from the holiday ops, total 186,175, and after repair and ammunition resupply, he took home a whopping 159,421 credits. He got 1 bond for getting the Top Gun, and 1,825 XP, times 2 for the first victory. 183 XP for this being a premium vehicle, took away 3,834 experience points altogether. So very well done on this battle. It took place on the 30th December last year, and yes, I'm afraid it's one of the batch of replays that got left behind, didn't get done at the time because they changed the client several times over in between. But it's now been done, and it's actually a very good battle, so well done to Town. He did stay at the back, just as a tank destroyer should do, and wait for your targets of opportunity to come into view. And the moment he did move, he did the right thing. He took out the last remaining enemies very effectively, claimed himself that top gun, and won the game for his team. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching.